more than 100 hospitalizations. As Travis Scott performed at the sold-out Astroworld Festival, the rapper has been sued for $750 million. However, Travis Scott appears to be not the only one who is named as a defendant in this case. Drake, Apple Music, Live Nation, the event organizer, Cactus Jack Records, Travis Scott's record label, as well as other labels like Epic Records and Grand Hustle Records associated with producing the event, and Paradocs, the private medical company hired for the festival, among others, are also listed in the suitcase. Travis Scott is not the only one who should be held fully accountable according to official documents. However, many people and fans believe that this is a little different. The tragedy happened when the countdown for Travis Scott's performance began. CNN reports that people who were closest to the stage started having troubles with breathing as people got antsy and tried to move closer. Once Travis Scott took the stage, the situation became dangerous. One fan became trapped in a sinkhole of people and realized one of her fellow concertgoers were dying. In a now viral video, she climbed a ladder to beg a camera operator to stop the show and bring in medical personnel. He ignored her. There's also another video showing Travis Scott making a pause to announce that there's someone in the crowd passed out and then continued singing. Then, Travis Scott paused the show multiple times after noticing an ambulance in the crowd, but ultimately kept performing, even as the night became a mass casualty event. In an apology post from the event, he said he kept playing because he didn't know the severity of the situation. Many people even criticized Travis Scott's apology, and some branded his words fake. One user said, "If these aren't PR apologies, I don't know what it is." Another posted, "The most basic half-assed PR written I've ever seen." Moreover, a few days later after the tragedy, Travis Scott's lawyer, Edwin McPherson, said that the rapper was never told about the mass casualty crowd crush that occurred while he was on stage. Travis didn't really understand the full effect of everything until the next morning. Truly, he did not know what was going on, he added. Understand that when he's up on stage and he has flash pods going off around him and he has an ear monitor that has music blasting through it and his own voice, he can't hear anything and he can't see anything. This isn't the first time that Travis Scott's concerts have been dangerous for his fans. The 2019 Astroworld concert was also unsafe, as 3 people were hospitalized with leg injuries following a stampede at the festival. And this is one of the main reasons why people think that Travis Scott is more than half responsible for the tragedy. However, there are many people who think that this is not fair to accuse Travis Scott of being fully responsible. One fan wrote, "I don't want to defend nor do I want to listen to Travis Scott, but he didn't cause the crowd surge that injured and killed those people. It was the fans there that were so crazed they surged forward. This dude was just performing his art for you all, and somehow he's to blame? Enlighten me." Well, some fans think that Travis Scott is not responsible for the tragedy, saying it was not Travis's fault that people behaved that way. The attendees who faced the tragedy think differently. The prominent Houston lawyer, Tony Busby, filed a suit on behalf of 125 clients, including Axel Acosta, who is one of the 10 victims who passed away from a catastrophic crowd surge. The suit seeks more than $750 million in damages and names a slew of defendants, including Travis Scott. The lawsuit alleges the victims on that night went to Astroworld for fun. Neither they nor their families were ever warned that they were walking into an extremely dangerous situation. The deaths and injuries that occurred were needless and senseless, and the suffering caused the families and all others involved will be endless. The Busby law firm believes, based on its ongoing investigation, that Apple Music, Epic Records, and many other corporations that stood to profit from Astroworld will share legal blame in a court of law in front of a Texas jury, Busby said. The suit has 55 pages and also attacks Travis Scott's history of inciting behavior that the rapper refers to as raging, both on social media and at his concerts. According to Busby, the fact that Travis Scott encourages his fans to act violently caused severe injuries and death at the 2021 Astroworld Festival. The accusations include Travis's previous reckless conduct in 2015, plus disorderly conduct and a riot. Moreover, the lawyer cited in an incident that happened in 2017 when Travis Scott encouraged a fan to jump from a balcony. One person fell and became paralyzed in that incident. However, it's wrong to claim that Travis Scott is the only one responsible for the tragedy. According to the Texas laws, there are multiple parties responsible for the environment at the festival, and under Texas law, those parties have a duty to keep it safe. As for now, there is no official reaction from Travis Scott to the lawsuit. However, right after the Astroworld tragedy, the rapper has asked families of those impacted to get in touch via email. The statement shared by his team said, "He is distraught by the situation and desperately wishes to share his condolences and provide aid to them as soon as possible, but wants to remain respectful of each family's wishes on how they'd best like to be connected." Travis Scott agreed to refund the attendees who paid for tickets and also offered to pay for the funerals of those who died. Along with that, Travis Scott offered to pay for therapy for those who lived through the catastrophe. However, his offers didn't really impress 125 people who filed a $750 million lawsuit against him. While speaking with the press, Tony Busby said, "No amount of money will ever bring these plaintiffs whole. No amount of money can restore human life." However, he explained the amount of money that was being sued against Travis Scott, but the damages sought in these cases attempt to fix, help, or make up for the harms and losses suffered by these plaintiffs, nothing more and nothing less. The lawsuit also tries to get people's attention to the fact that Travis Scott doesn't care about his fans and doesn't love them enough to protect them. Busby says Axel Kostia traveled all the way from Washington to see the Houston Festival and love Travis, but the feelings were clearly not mutual because the 21-year-old is one of the 10 who perished from his injuries suffered at the concert. The lawyer revealed shocking details of Axel's death. When Axel collapsed, he was trampled by those fighting to prevent themselves from being crushed. As he lay there under a mass of humanity dying, the music played and streamed on for almost 40 minutes. He lay lifeless on the wet, littered grass at the edge of the chaos, the document stated. While frantic and understaffed medical professionals worked to restart his heart to no avail, Axel died that night on the muddy ground at a concert he attended for fun. The document continues, "Certainly, neither Travis Scott nor his handlers, entourage, managers, agents, hanger-ons, promoters, organizers, or sponsors cared enough about Axel to make even a minimal effort to keep him and the others at the concert safe. As the case has only started, it's difficult to say whether Travis Scott is fully responsible for the tragedy or not because there were many other different factors. Like, for example, there were a few videos circulating online that a few police officers were too busy filming Travis Scott's performance that they didn't pay attention to what was going on around them. They didn't even make a minimal effort to react on the fact that people began to pass out and that the crowd became insane and panic started. Of course, no money or accusations and lawsuits won't bring those who lost their lives, but fans and families of victims hope that sooner or